an Ozzy Osbourne album cover, sort of like Damien was. It's almost like flaunting it, whether it's legitimate Satanism or trappings or whatever.
Basically, that's just fantasy world. That's just
Sure.
entertainment, really. It ain't supposed to be life. No.
Were you ever involved at all in any of this Wiccan activity or
I
theory?
remember Damien had a friend, Murray, John Murray. They was Wiccans. I remember I went over to his house one time. He was talking about, yeah, if you want to join, just keep this little notebook and write down your dreams in the morning when you wake up. Nah, man, that sounds stupid. I don't want to do none of that. And he was always playing that music, like called Snow, whatever it was, that Jamaican weird music. I'm like, I don't even like that dude.
Trying to get her to talk.
I'm talking. Do you keep in touch with any family or friends that come see you?
Yeah, my mom and my two brothers, Matt and Terry, they come every time they get a chance. But she had a real bad time this past few years. She's been going from job to job. She's had nervous breakdown and stuff. They lost their home and stuff. They've been moving around a lot. And Matt, he just developed a bad attitude out of all of this. He was 14 when I got locked up, and he just dropped out of school and stuff. And it's like he hates all police now and stuff.
Do you think that a lot of Matt's bitterness stems from the fact that you and Damien used to call him Matt the Rat?
No.
Tell us about the forehead girl.
Yeah, tell us the truth.
Yeah,
We heard Damien's side.
says not to let you sidestep it. He said to hold your feet to the fire on this one.
No.
We've
We was at
heard his
Walmart
story.
one
We want
time
to hear your side of it.
buying some tapes. You know, we always check out the girls, you know, like you think she's good looking and stuff. And he saw this one girl from behind. She had a nice butt. And he was like, man, what do you think about her? I don't know. Let's follow her for a little bit and then go talk to her. And then when we got close enough to talk to her, she turned around. She had like a forehead taller than mine. I was like, oh, wrong girl. Go over here.
So it was Damien that was interested in her at first.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, it was me.
Was it?
He said it was you.
He said you're always flopping that story around.
So you never dated her?
Oh, no.
That was the end of the forehead girl.
She's
I was
not
gonna
in
go
here
up and
with
talk
me.
to her. We just turned around. We was like, we're going over here.
You think Damien said her forehead was big enough to show a movie on?
That's so bad.
So how old is Matt now?
He's 17.
Yeah, he's close to you. And how old are you?
19.
You're 19, so he was.
Yeah, and he's bigger than I am.
What does he do?
Nothing.
Is he out of school and all that?
Out of school, nothing. I talk to him all the time, try to get him, tell him to go get his GED, get a good job and stuff. He's like, yeah, I will. Whatever.
You think he will?
Not until I get out. I don't think nothing good gonna come until I get out.
What about your mom?
My mom, she's trying and stuff, but she gets like really depressed when she sits down and thinks about things.
And you talk to her pretty regularly though, right?
Yeah.
How much negativity do you think, like Matt and your mom, deal with or experience daily or weekly because of people's belief that our son and his brother, killed
Yeah.
3 little boys and all that? Do you think that most people that know you, your family, friends, and so forth, don't put any stock in that story? Or?
All of our family pleases my mom's sister, my aunt, her family, her side part of the family, like helps my mom out and stuff. And she writes me sometimes, sends me a little money every now and then.
So they're pretty supportive.
Yeah.
And they believe in hearing it.
They all believe in me, But it's just other people everywhere they go, they hear somebody talking about it, and they like, my mom, she's real aggressive on the term. She'll jump up and say, hey, not my son.
That's good.
And my brother, he's the same way.
So they defend you,
Yeah.
no matter what.
We're
That's
sort
great.
of the
My
kind
mom
of
told me
same.
she was working at a casino in Mississippi, changing money for tokens or whatever it is they do. She said that Gary Gitchell detective came in there one time, and she jumped all over him, about lost her job for it.
What did she say? Did she
Oh,
tell you
like this.
what happened?
Yeah, she told me he was like she was like telling him that he knows that I'm innocent and all that stuff. Gary Gissel was like, it doesn't matter, he's in there now and all this.
So do you think there's a lot of people that, because this is something else I've kind of heard indications of, is whether or not you guys did it or not. Some people say you get what you pay for, you know, and a lot of people think that, well, Damien shouldn't have acted that way, or shouldn't have sneered at the jury, and you know, you should have spoken up, and you shouldn't have just sat there. You know, you hear so many people saying that. Almost
Well, it didn't really matter how you acted in there, because they was going to say something about it anyway.
But as far as a lot of people thinking, well, they're where they are because of the way they acted, whether they did it or not.
I mean, Damien, he was all defiant, like in court. Me, I was sitting there. Jesse, he was all, I don't know what he was doing.
You think he was embarrassed by the whole thing? Like,
I don't know, he told me his lawyer told him to do that. Like, dang, what kind of strategy is that?
It didn't work.
Why do you think that they wouldn't allow, or the judge wouldn't allow anything to be said about Michael Carson's background, and how damaging do you think his testimony is? Because it was so bizarre and unbelievable.
I don't know.
But
But I tried to, everybody that was in jail with me at the time that he was in there, they wanted to testify for me. They're like, we'll tell him that he was lying and stuff, but the lawyer never jumped on it.
Did you ever talk to him when you were in there?
No, he was, see, when you first get in that jail, you're in a 48-hour lockdown. And I don't even think he never even got out of lockdown.
So you never had any contact with him?
He did. I know they got cameras up there, and I wish I knew if they recorded the stuff and had it backlog tapes. I tried to tell my lawyer that, and he never jumped on that either. So go back and get a tape and play of those days he was in there and see.
Oh, that's interesting.
What do you think motivated that guy to get up there and do that?
I don't know.
Well, didn't he get some time off his sentence or whatever? Didn't it benefit him ultimately?
Got to be in a movie too.
Were you intimidated much by Bruce Sinofsky and by the HBO people when the movie was going on? Were you even aware that they were making a movie, or did you kind of forget about that during the courtroom? I mean, you were more concerned about
I was
your
aware
own
of
neck,
it.
I'm sure.
All them cameras and people and stuff is like makes me uneasy.
Sure. Did you even have a clue that it would have eventually culminated? You know, the end result would have been this big movie?
I didn't
3
really
years
think of
later?
it like that. I figured it would just be something like small time it'd come up like the news is, you know.
Were you able to watch the news reports while you were in jail at the time, so you weren't able to see what all the
They
media was
wouldn't
saying?
allow news come on in there.
We were told that Damien had mentioned that at one point they dressed you guys in police uniforms to bring you out, and that you were being pelted with rocks. You got hit in the head, I think.
Yeah.
Somebody throwing a rock. What happened? Where was that?
That was
What county?
right. That was at Westminster Jail, right?
Oh.
The day after we got arrested, the morning after. Cause they like took off our clothes, and they didn't have nothing to put us in. So they just gave us these big, giant, extra triple extra large police uniforms, man. But what was so bad about it? You ever seen the old Kung Fu movie? I think that's what it was, or something. I think that's what it was. Anyway, there was somebody in the cavalry, and when they got banded out for something bad, they always stood them up in their uniform and ripped off the United States flag. Well, that's what they did to me. When they put me in that police uniform, that's what hurt the worst. They put me in that giant police uniform that had the flag and stuff all on there. They said, wait a minute, and they just grabbed them and ripped them off and all that.
Oh. So you guys were just being led out. Where else? What happened? You got let out in the uniforms.
There's about 1 million people out there and stuff.
Was it pretty scary?
Yeah.
You were cuffed, or if they were
Cuffed,
throwing rocks, you really couldn't
chained,
do much?
didn't have no shoes, socks, or nothing.
You just felt like the whole town was against you.
Yeah.
What about your folks and your friends? Were they there too? But
I didn't see him.
I think Damien mentioned to me once when you guys were taken out, maybe at the end after the sentencing and everything, that he saw he looked across the street or something and saw your little brother standing over there.
At the trial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? So he was there.
Yeah, my mom and him was always around. Tell hang on and stuff. Stay strong and don't give up and stuff.
Do you ever feel like you're gonna give up? Do you ever get close to feeling that bad?
Sometimes, but then I think of my mom, my brothers, and what it would do to them. I'm like, nah.
So you're gonna hang on.
Yeah.
So what is going on legally? Like, are you talking to your lawyer?
Really tell the truth. Me and my lawyer, I don't know what he does, if he does anything.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
Spoke to him last year, maybe.
Is it still Paul Ford? Is he still?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I guess there's really nothing to report on, really. I don't guess, because all that stuff takes a lot of time. I guess. I don't know. I don't know nothing about the stuff really.
So essentially, he has maybe told you just sit tight until the appeals?
Yeah, he said he's got it all. He'll take care of it.
Do you have much faith in him, considering what happened at the trial and what's gone on so far?
I know I did during the trial, because he would like come up there to the jailhouse and talk to me every day, and like bring me pizza and stuff, and talk to me, tell me everything was going good. Then after the trial, it seemed like he didn't have nothing to do with me no more.
Where are his officers? Is he in West Memphis or?
He got an office in West Memphis and Jonesboro.
Oh, okay.
You know the name of the law firm?
No, he was with the Reeves Law Firm. I think I think he formed his own law firm, the Ford and Wadley firm.
Ford and Wadley.
Yeah, that's that other
Oh,
lawyer.
yeah, Wadley.
Robin Wadley.
What, how far did you get in school, educational level and so forth?
Well, the day they arrested me was my last day of school, 10th grade.
Really?
Yeah.
So you would have been starting 11th grade, your
Yeah.
junior year then. Have you pursued any kind of education in here? You taken any kind of correspondence
The
courses?
only thing they had was GED here. I went and got it. There was having college classes, but by the time I got hooked up with the people that was going to get me in those, they had canceled it. Having.
Do you read a lot?
Yeah.
Do you educate
Sometimes.
yourself? You try
Yeah.
to keep your
I
brain
try to
up?
read something on everything. Like right now, I'm reading some stuff about Einstein. It's called a book called The Einstein Factor.
Yeah.
How to raise your IQ and all that.
Huh.
What do you like to read? What's your favorite, you like horror books?